I thought of making a recurring weekly video that shares all the latest and greatest of gaming news happening all around the world. From our favorite game studios, I intend to bring you every bit of information that happened during the week. So sit tight and enjoy what happened in the world of gaming. Ubisoft are making some moves now that all their latest releases like Star Wars Outlaw, Skull and Bones and Avatar didn't quite land the mark as they hoped they would. It's mainly because all of them had the same exact game mechanics with different skins, making them a different title. But there was still one last hope for the company. No, not you. I'm talking about the much-loved remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Yes, Ubisoft were thinking of making a remake for one of the best Assassin's Creed games in the series. They were not only thinking about it, they had it almost completed. They were hoping to release the game in November of next year in 2025. But now with the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the remake also might receive a delay as well. It may get delayed into 2026 or it might still be on time. Or, I hope it's not the case, the project might get scrapped entirely due to all the internal turmoil that has been happening in the company. We will just have to wait and find out. Red Dead Redemption 2 was a huge success for Rockstar Games and it rightly deserved it. It was one of the best games for that year, and even to this day the game holds out. But it was sad that PC players could not play the original. But now with the season of remakes, where companies are pumping out old games with improved graphics, Rockstar decided to jump on that train and made the original Red Dead Redemption port to PC with better graphics. And frankly, I'm not mad. I didn't have a PlayStation and so could only play the game when I visited my friend. But now Rockstar decided to release the game on PC on October 29. Finally, everyone would be able to appreciate the original game that created the foundation of the massively popular sequel. Along with the news of the release, there were also hints that Rockstar are working on a new Red Dead Redemption game. Well, it might take a long time as currently all their workforce are working on making GTA 6 the best they can. Hopefully there are no more delays for the game. People are even planning on taking a sick leave from their work on that day. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is breaking records left, right and center. A few days ago when I checked, it had over 90,000 all-time peak players on Steam, and it's even higher now. Why is that so great? Well, first, the game wasn't even out yet. It was only available for players who bought the $100 or more deluxe version of the game. It was reported that the game sold more copies of deluxe version than a number of Black Ops 6 copies, which is crazy. Granted that Black Ops 6 still has a few weeks till release, but to pre-order the deluxe version to play the game shows how making good games always works. Instead of selling battle passes for a game that has been copy-pasted year after year, if you make a good game instead, people will buy it no matter the cost. The game is really fun and everyone who can afford it should try it out. And it's definitely a must-play for all the Dragon Ball fans out there just because of the what if story mode of the game, which is super fun. The game came out on October 11 and the players seem to be rising every single day. I hope this trend of prioritizing making good games instead of milking the players keeps on increasing in the industry. Game Freak recently suffered a huge data breach where the hackers reportedly have stolen around 1 terabytes of data. This includes various files and plans for future games as well as source codes for older titles. While the hack itself is not very recent, it was done in August of 2024, but the data is now surfacing on the web for everyone to see. Perhaps the most interesting piece of data that was leaked was the making of a new Pokemon MMO game. There were several files that reference the codename Synapse, which a large number of people are speculating to be the new Pokemon MMO, which Nintendo are currently developing with a new studio. This is huge because Pokemon are finally deciding to do something new with the IP. It has so much potential as we can see by looking at Palworld and how popular that became on Steam. With this new direction, I think people will be interested in the franchise once again, and they will attract many new players as well. I just hope that they don't make it a Switch exclusive, as that toaster can hardly run anything, let alone a Pokemon MMO. League of Legends are running their biggest tournament of the season, the World's Championship, the final tournament where the best teams from all the regions compete for the trophy and a cash prize of $2.25 million. The playing stage has already been completed, and just this Sunday they completed the Swiss stage, where all the teams battled it out to win 3 matches to qualify for the quarterfinals. Fan favorites T1, BLG, Gen.G are all still in the race, but unfortunately the home team of Europe, the number 1 seed, G2 were knocked out by BLG. The quarterfinals will take place from Thursday, so you can still catch some of the most exciting matches like T1 vs Top Esports, a rematch of the Swiss stage where T1 were defeated. All the matches are best of 5 from now on. It will be a really interesting tournament and I can't wait to see who wins. I'm hoping for a back-to-back from T1. Fingers crossed. If you didn't somehow know, Concord was shut down by Sony and Fireworks Studios just 8 days after launch, the quickest shutdown of any game I know. But surprisingly, even though the game is offline, it has several new updates. There have been 20 new updates from October 6 to be exact. The game came out to be one of the biggest failures of modern gaming, with Sony wasting over $400 million and termed it as their Star Wars. The game only sold 25,000 copies across PC and PlayStation. The fun part was that when the game was free during the open beta, it had a peak player count of only 2,400. It was an epic failure, and because of that, the game director, Ryan Ellis, had to step down. With all the updates that the game has been getting, people are speculating that Sony are planning to release the game as free-to-play. You know, the way it was meant to be released. It was a clear copy of Overwatch and it was $40 more than it. I don't know who would have bought that. But now, as the rumors are that it will be free-to-play, it might have a chance to survive in the harsh market of 5v5 hero shooter game. And knowing Sony, they wouldn't just let $400 million go to waste now, won't they? Yep, the title isn't wrong. Well, the movie supposedly contained adult content like bullying and suicide, and not really explicit material. But still, Game Freak being involved in an adult-rated movie is surprising. As I said earlier, Game Freak suffered a massive data breach, and in that breach, people found out about a new movie that they were working on, codenamed Bauer. The movie was supposed to be released in 2023, but no one knows what happened to it. Alongside this, Seta claimed that a new Pokemon anime, codenamed Reload, and a follow-up movie to Detective Pikachu are both in works. The recent Game Freak leaks revealed everything about these projects, right down to the full plot outlines. Codename Reload has reportedly been produced by Twin Engine, known for A Whisker Away. It consists of 12 episodes that will be delivered over a year, being broadcast on platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. Like Codename Bauer, the future of the production is unclear, as it should have already been published. So these were the events that happened over the past week. If you are new here and enjoyed the video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. If you want, you can watch this recommended video by YouTube, which I think you will like as well. See you in the next one.